Hey, the average Joe here. Hey, is there an easy way to calculate the pump head and flow on a project? There is, and it's using HVAC solution software. So here on the screen, you'll see a project that was created using our hydronic system wizard right there over to the left. I answered some questions and built this system. Now I took the liberty to not input the imposed load right here. I'm double left click on that when I built the project because I wanted to just show you here. You're going to input a load and you'll see a delta T there, right? 8-degree delta T. Based on the 8-degree delta T, now I have the flow back at the chiller, 22.4 GPM, and at the pump, okay, and then the head we also see at the pump, 37.6 feet. Now, how did it calculate that head so easily? Let's just click on the pump and look at that. So here on the pump, by clicking on the major under summary head loss, major components, I have a chiller of 15 feet, an imposed load of 5, a miscellaneous valve of 3, air separator 3. I have minor items, you'll see, control valves, multi-purpose valves, and then I have piping, which is 0. Well, right there, there's a little piece of pipe in there. So we do have a little piece of pipe. So if I wanted to, if I was looking at the head on this pump, and we can even do a selection on that, click on that and hit selection, and it should pick us a particular pump, hopefully, with that flow in that head. But I look at that 37 feet, and I know I have to enter, so there's the pump selections, and I know the information on that. So I would come in here and I'd say, what's the longest distance of piping from that pump all the way out to that load? And I'd come in here and I'd enter it, so many feet. Okay, key data. We're going to say it's 100 feet. We're going to multiply that by 1.5 and then use the 4 feet per 100 to come up with the pressure drop. And then I would look at all the way from the coil back to the chiller, back through there, all the way in front of the pump. I'd come to that piece of pipe. And I'd say that was 75 feet of pipe. Based on that length, multiplies by another 50%. And now when I go in there and look at that head loss summary, right there, piping, you'll see that we have those two pipes that have been included in there for the head loss. So now I can redo the selection of, now I have 4 to 8 feet of pipe. Now maybe I want to click on that and come in here and look at the major things, and maybe I've done a selection of a chiller and I go in and I find out that the chiller, and you'll see it goes right to that chiller, highlights it in green. Maybe I did a selection that was only 8 feet. So I could put that in there. And I could go around and maybe my imposed load here, I could kind of click on that right there. Maybe it was actually, the coil was maybe 8 feet. It was more than 5 feet. So we can go, you go around and look at your project, look at the summary. You see the summary right there as you click on that. And now I see 22 feet ahead, 22 GPM, 47 feet ahead. I do another selection. Sometimes the flow and head don't work for a product. Other times it will on a selection. We'll see if it makes a selection here. There we go. So we have a 2 horsepower pump, and you'll see the efficiency. You can always come in here and switch the type of pump to another type and then see what kind of selection you get on that and see if it's more efficient. You see how it changed the picture of the pump? And then you can run a selection on that and get the best efficiency pump possible. So there you go, very easy to go in, set up your project, look at all the variables, piping, components, miscellaneous valves, and everything in the interface, and make sure, so it says the suction side pump is below the minimum accepted value, so it didn't make a selection on that. So once again, there's the major items, there's the minor items, and there's the pumping, the piping. Now I know without a certainty that, hey, this pump's going to work on this application, because I've looked at all the detail components that's part of that. Once again, you can always click on a pump. Sometimes there's multiple pumps in a project, primary, secondary. You can hit this show associated equipment, and you'll actually see the piping head loss path of that. Hope this has been helpful. Hey, thanks for watching.